us when we die. Keep this love in a photograph. We make these memories for ourselves.
We're live now.
Where our eyes are never
Okay.
closing.
You know, he passes the
Hearts
water
were
to
never
something.
time's forever frozen still. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped jeans, holding me closer till our eyes meet. You won't ever be alone. And if you hurt me, that's okay, baby. Only words bleed inside these pages. You just hold me. I won't ever let you go. Wait for me to come home. 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 Oh, you can fit me inside the necklace you got when you were 16. Next to your heartbeat where I should be. Keep it deep within your soul. And if you hurt me, well that's okay, baby. Only words bleed inside these pages. You just hold me. I won't ever let you go. When I'm away, I will remember how you kissed me under the lamppost back on 6th Street, hearing you whisper through the phone. Wait for me to come home. Loving can hurt. Loving can hurt sometimes, but it's the only thing that I know. When it gets hard, you know it can get hard sometimes. It is the only thing that makes us feel alive. We keep this love in a photograph. We make these memories for ourselves, where our eyes are never closing, hearts are never broken, and time's forever frozen still. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped jeans, holding me closer till our eyes meet. You won't ever be alone. Wait for me to come home. Loving can heal. Loving can mend your soul. And it's the only thing that I know. I swear it will get easier. Remember that with every piece of you. And it's the only thing we take with us when we die. We keep this love in a photograph. We made these memories for ourselves, where our eyes are never closing, hearts were never broken, time's forever frozen still. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped jeans, holding me closer till our eyes meet. You won't ever be alone. And if you hurt me, that's okay, baby. Only words inside these pages, you just hold me. I won't ever let you go. When I'm away, I will remember how you kissed me under the lamppost back on 6th Street, hearing you whisper through the phone, wait for me to come home.
Good evening, everyone. You're welcome to another exciting edition of Good evening, everyone. Can you guys hear me now?
Wait, Ifeoma is not done.
For real? Good evening, everyone. You're welcome to another exciting edition of Oche Kitchen Discussions. And tonight we're discussing how to be a better partner. As always, we have your favorite host, IJ Mwapandoku.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show.
And we have Moma.
Hello.
Winifred is unavoidably absent. And my name is Oche Ajaifia. So for most people, falling in love usually seems to just happen. It's staying in love or preserving that falling in love experience that requires commitment and work. Given its rewards though, it's well worth the effort because a healthy, secure romantic relationship can serve as an ongoing source of support and happiness in your life through good times and bad, strengthening all aspects of your well-being. At the end of the day, the core fact is we don't choose who or when we fall for someone. It just happens. A best friend for years or a complete stranger, that all we know is we love. So, having given that monologue, I just carry on.
All right, thank you, everyone, once again for joining us. Please, if you like what we're doing, please support us, like us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and subscribe to us, okay? Thank you. Moving on, the first question is, what is your idea of a healthy relationship? Oje, can you take that away from me? What is your idea of a healthy relationship?
Okay, for me, a healthy relationship should have lots of laughter, emotional intelligence, emotional stability, communication in capital letters, sensitivity, tolerance, understanding, mutual respect, maturity, and of course, loads of love.
You know, I never thought about the sensitivity part of it. Can you explain more on that?
Yeah, if you are sensitive to your partner's feelings, even when she doesn't say anything, you can at least see. You understand? Because sometimes life gets so overwhelming that you might not be able to say something. So if someone is sensitive to your normal self, the person would definitely notice. You understand? So, and you on your own too, you can also show sensitivity when you always give support by offering support even without being asked. You're being sensitive to somebody's plight.
I thought that was caring. Okay, all right, thank you. Okay.
Maybe because I'm way too sensitive. So
we know that. All right, let's hear from a guy. Chris, I gotcha. Can you Chris, can you unmute yourself? What is your idea of a healthy relationship? Welcome to the show, by the way.
Yeah, good afternoon. Good evening.
Hello.
Yeah. Wow. I think it's relative. It's just being able to understand, to know your partner, and be very sensitive or considerate to his or her feelings. You know, try to show more, should I say, be more empathetic or to that person's feelings, and treat that person with respect, because whatever you say, you can profess love, you can say anything. If you don't respect that person,
sure,
you know, it doesn't, love can grow. So the most important thing is to respect. Every other thing will come. You don't even have to mouth, I love you, I do this, in as much as you can do it, but still, you have to treat that person with respect. And that's the only way you can get the best out of your partner. If you treat them with respect, they will respect you. And the relationship or the love can flourish, can grow. So I think, and communication is very key too. It's very key. So respect and communication, and being selfless when it comes to dealing with your other half.
Thank you. All right. While Oche is very sensitive, Moma is not sensitive at all. So Moma, can you tell us what is your idea of a healthy relationship? Because I know you guys are two polar opposites. Me and you are
I think, my idea of a healthy relationship is a relationship where both parties are able to be themselves and still remain together. That's my idea. Yeah, I think that explains it. On the other hand, what I mean is not designing yourself to suit the other person, being yourself and still remaining in that relationship. That's it for me.
In a nutshell, you're saying love me as I am.
Absolutely.
Like me with my crazy personality, you just love me just like this. Don't try to change me, Abi.
We love you already.
Really, you need changing.
We love you already.
I love you guys too.
Because all these things we're talking about is not just about when you have a partner. It also comes into play when you have friends.
Friends, yeah.
So
yeah.
All right. So anybody have anything to say before I move on?
If I may say something, when you say love me as I am, what does that mean?
Because I have a crazy personality, so I have a crazy personality, so.
No, but not even just that, Chris. The person you fell in love with, it's the person you should stay in love with, and not fall in love with somebody, bring them in and want to change them.
Yeah, because that's what
that's what I understand.
So when you say bring somebody in and wants to change the person, there's no way you can remain the same person when you are single. You have to.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If you know somebody is a certain way when they're single, don't expect them to do a drastic change when you get married to them, because once you marry somebody, you want them to change their lives and everything, and most times it causes hatred. The person hates themselves for not being able to do what they love to do because they want to please your partner. So let them do what let them be themselves while, you know what I mean, while committing to you.
No, you can't be married and living single.
It's not married and living single.
No, because look, we always say take the person, love the person as they are.
Mm-hmm.
When you get into a relationship, you have to give up some of your freedom or some of the things you like to a reasonable extent. Because that's the only way two of you can. It's not as if you are going to mold that person and bring out entirely new, different person. There are things you have to understand.
So if you dated somebody for 2 years and you know this person is like this, then you know and you married them and you want them to change, you can't change an adult.
Yeah,
that's the mistake we do every day.
No, because I understand what you're saying, but when people say, I can't change, don't try to change the person. There are things he used to do. If before IJ will call you, Ijoma Mama will call you, Oche will call you, let's go out and drink. Let's go out. It's who you are. It's what you guys have been doing.
Yes.
You can't bring your partner. And we like to say you have children. So there are evolution. We have to evolve. But if I smoke, you can stop me from smoking. Maybe I haven't spoken all my life. That's change. So we have to make some accommodation. That's the only way you can learn.
Compromise. If you can compromise if it suits you.
Yes. So when people say, "Oh, you don't change me," no, you gotta.
Because then, Chris, you have people pretending. When I'm in front of you, I pretend. When I go out with Ifeoma and Oche, I do me, which is not good.
I should be able to. That's why
somebody should be able to change, like compromise, because they want to compromise, not because you are forcing me to compromise. You see the difference?
In the first place, we shouldn't get married at the end of the day.
Exactly, but men always marry thinking I'm going to change her. It ain't happening. All right, let's go to the second question. The second question are, what are your goals? What are your goals in your relationship? Let me start with Mama. What are your goals in your relationships? In your relationship, rather, not ships. One.
Oh my God, that's a difficult exam question. What are my goals in my relationship?
Yeah.
Okay, what are my goals in my relationship or in relationships?
Ship.
Ijoma, are you making it personal or just general?
Ship. One. Your partner. Your partner.
No, you didn't get her. She said, are you talking about her own, or is she supposed to talk
in
general?
No, with your partner. With your partner. Your goals in your marriage. Like you're married, so. Okay. Unless you divorced last night. Did you?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Oh Lord God, I don't even know what my goal is. Jesus.
You don't know?
Can another person answer? Then I can take a clue from that and come back.
All right, Oche, can you go on before I go to a guy, since Ifeoma didn't answer?
Okay, my goal is to get to that point where I can overlook certain things. And when I say overlook, I mean completely. Not to overlook, and I recall them in future. Because sometimes I remember something and it totally ruins my mood. You know, even if I don't get to confront him or bring it up, I just get sad deep down. Do you understand? So that is my goal, to get to that point where if I'm overlooking something, I get done with it there and then I move on.
Okay. Anderson Obot, can you unmute yourself? Anderson.
Okay, maybe
Dominic Edache, are you here? Can you unmute yourself? Dominic, we need an answer from a guy.
Okay, sorry, I just joined. What question was it?
Welcome to the show, Dominic.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone.
We are talking about how to be a better partner. And the question is, what are your goals in your relationship?
Okay. My goals are simple. First, to be very transparent as I can be. And I think I've achieved that to an extent. And then secondly, to be not to allow not to allow something to becloud the better part of my judgment of my partner. Whatever it is, I should be able to recount the positive aspects and then allow it to override the things that might have gone wrong. I'm working seriously on that.
That's good. That's a good one.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Ataibo, can you chip in for us?
No, really.
Welcome to the show.
I'm in between partners at the moment, so
I want to be like you when I grow up.
I've got no friends. I'm just putting my CV out there. That's all.
We'll do a single show just for you. Don't worry. I got your back. So go ahead. What are your goals in your relationship? Do you like when you had one, or like, you know, in your transition?
When you finally find one.
The ones, I mean, I've had good ones. I don't.
I like that, good ones.
Yeah, I've had good ones. Men are good. Them out to be. But my goal in every relationship is to start the day laughing and go to bed laughing.
That's awesome. That's me too. That's me too. All right. Anybody have anything to say before I move to the next question?
Are we good? I remembered my answer now. My answer is, I just realized that I've achieved my goal from Oche's answer. Being able to understand my partner and overlook what they do that I don't like and still maintain a good relationship. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's my goal, and I achieved it.
Yeah, I think I'll take that too. I'll take not to stress, because at times, you know, shit stresses you. You can't even help it. And, you know, you want to, yeah. If I can do that, I don't know how I'm going to do that, but all right. Anybody else before I move on?
Kelvin?
All right. Question number 3. I'll start with Mom again. What would you like to do more of? Sorry, anybody wanted to say? Dominic, go ahead.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Go on.
What would you like to do more of in your relationship, Mama?
I would like to go out more with my partner, as in socialize more with him or her, which I don't. I'm used to, okay, how do I put it? Where we call relationships, right? I find out that I enjoy the company of my friends more than of my partners. Partner.
Yeah, because with your friends, there's no much argument. It's just having fun. No stress, no bills involved, no kids involved.
So would I like to do more? Would I like to go out more with my partner? Yeah, it's okay. Hi. AJ, why are you putting me on the spot?
For me, I would say traveling. I've been married. This December will make me 25 years, you know, inshallah. But for the first time last year, we traveled together alone. That was like 20 years of marriage. So if I could have that more, I'll be okay. Like, it's just the traveling alone without the kids, nothing. It's just us. Let me hear from Edward Orim. Edward, are you there?
Edward just messaged me that his internet connection is unstable.
Okay. King Ebu, can you unmute yourself? King. Hi, King. How are you? Welcome to the show. Please. Hello.
Hello.
He's talking, but I can barely hear him.
Hello.
Hi, go ahead. We can hear you. Can you talk? All right. Let's go to Vivian Obua. Vivian, can you unmute yourself? What would you like to do more of in your relationship?
Drop pettiness.
We petty. Women are petty. I know that. He's below the belt. That's cool. That's good.
Yeah, that's a major thing.
Yeah, we'll put in our prayers.
Please.
All right, Chris, for the guys, can you take off for the guys? I think the guys' Wi-Fi is not working today. I don't know. So, Chris, can you take it for the guys?
Is that? Sorry, I heard my name.
Yeah, I said take it up for the guys, because the guys' Wi-Fi, they're doing. What would you like to do more of in your relationship?
Okay. A lot of things. I would like to. My wife. Travel more, though there's still time for that, and do Well, I've been doing pretty much everything that I want to do, but I want to hang out more with her and then do more things with her. As in,
just like me.
Sometimes, you know.
So go with Mama now.
Huh?
Mama wants the same thing, so you guys can collide.
Oh, okay. I'm game. Yeah, that's well, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Any other guy?
Oche, what's funny?
Dominic, can you talk?
Can I tag along?
Dominic.
Okay, yes.
Okay, go ahead.
I think
what would you like to do more of in your relationship?
I think it's the same as the last speaker. I want to go on vacation, I want to travel. Too much of me, work, office, chasing money that is not there. To travel and be on the island and just stay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Good one.
Thank you. All right, Oche, go ahead. You travel a lot with your husband, so I don't even know what you're going to say. What would you like to do more in your relationship?
Okay, for me, I would like to communicate more. I would like improved communication, and it's all on me actually, because I'm not verbally expressive of my feelings, so it makes me bottle up stuff a lot, which ultimately leads me to sulking. Okay, and if I must be rational or at least realistic, I shouldn't sulk for someone who doesn't know what he did wrong. You understand? So it doesn't make sense, and yet I do it.
That's
so
where
it's something I would
in,
actually like to improve on. Be a better communicator, because he himself, he believes in communication. You know, sometimes he would say to me, we're not going to sleep until you say something.
Hey.
And sometimes I'm like, but I've said it before. He would say, it doesn't matter if you've said it 100 times. Tell me again. You know, so I know that even though I want more communication, it has to come from me. It's my fault that I am not getting enough. So it's something I really want to work on.
All right. Chizo, thank you, my dear. So, can you unmute yourself? As a new mother, I know you still have a breastfeeding baby. What would you like to do more of in your relationship with the baby, suckling on and stuff like that? Can you tell us? Can you share your dreams and aspirations?
Sorry. Good evening, everyone. I think what I would like to do more is I like to be more. I would use the word less judgmental. I would like to be less judgmental, because we are all shaped by our experiences or our upbringing, and no matter how hard we try, it kind of creeps up and plays a part in how we relate to people. It doesn't matter whether they're innocent or not. The reason I'm saying that is I'm speaking from my own background, which probably most people don't know. My parents are separated. They separated before I was born. There are lots of niggles around there. So it makes my dynamic in relationship, especially with male is a little bit, it requires a lot of work to be done. Yeah. So that's why. I mean, he hasn't done anything wrong, but I think that's something I need to work on myself. It's got nothing to do with anyone. But I've come to that stage in my life where I've accepted, you know what, this is how my brain is wired because of how I was brought up. So I have to work on it, because you can't accuse someone even before they've done anything wrong. So be more trusting and less judgmental.
Thank you. All
right. Sorry about that. It's a bit long-winded.
All right. Can you take one more answer before we go on commercial? Viv Oche. Can you unmute yourself?
Yeah.
Personally, I'm not in a relationship right now, but
can we switch spaces? Please.
Oh my God, the grass is always greener, isn't it? But if I am,
I want yellow grass. I want yellow grass.
What I want to do more of is to just be more on the Ajeboda don't know how to do anything, so I let him
Oh, Oche can lecture you on that.
because I mean I was always the giving. It's exhausting. So I will if I
Can we see your face, Ajibota?
Thank you, Vivian.
If I do, I would like to let the person do all the work, do everything. Let me just be like the helpless, person.
I'm going to die, babe, like Ojugo. If I drink water, I will die.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Can I read
Go ahead.
Okay. So Benson says he would like to travel more, spend more time with his partner, and also shop with her. Benson, are you sure you want to do that? Men don't like shopping with us. Ha.
So somebody like me, I'm very cheap, so Benson won't have problems.
No, it's not
Benson
even
carry
about
me.
what you're going
It's not the cost. It is the time you spend.
It's not about what you're going to spend. It's when you're faced with a lot of choices. You're going to a shop and
I don't have that problem. No, I know what I want, and they're all cheap.
So Benson wants to go shopping and he wants to pray more together with his partner.
Cool.
Okay. And who else? Okay, Benson still wants to listen more.
I need to do that too. Yeah.
Oh, Auntie Chi says we need a single show. Okay, Auntie Chi is noted.
We got you. Season 2 is coming with it. We'll hook you up.
Yeah. And okay. I think Doreen's question was maybe from the very first question. She says, what if the person pretended during courtship and shows their true color after the wedding?
Chris, answer that. Since you want to change people.
Say that again. Okay, somebody pretending.
Yeah.
You didn't look well. You didn't look hard enough. There's no way somebody can pretend. The first day I meet somebody, I like to go from 0 to 100, just to make you feel very comfortable. And once you are comfortable, your true self will come out. So most people don't look hard enough. Most people don't know what they are looking. You date somebody for 2 years and get married. You say that person pretended. No, you didn't do your due diligence well enough. I know some people can pretend for longer than 2 years, 3 years, but something must give you a clue of who that person. Nothing surprises you. I know that down the road we change. So, but you can see that coming.
All right, thank you. Oh, go ahead.
One of the things, if I may do differently, is I would like to be less caring in relationship and let things, be. Just like
Oche is looking for somebody who cares and you want to be less caring.
Oche said he wants to be less caring and let people take care of. I like to be less caring. Sometimes too much of everything hurts.
Yes.
So people take it for granted. So there are people and they don't get it at all. And there are some people who get it and get it over excess and they tend to not to appreciate that. So you have to have a balance. Okay. So that's what I think I should try to do.
So we are in the same boat. We want to be less caring.
All right, thank you guys. It's time for us to brag about our sponsors. Mama, take it away. And when we come back, we'll continue to with the next question. Stay tuned. Do you want me to ask one more question? You're mute.
If it's okay, can I say what? Can I respond to what he said about paying less attention?
Yes, go ahead. Mama's not now you're ready. Yeah,
Okay, so I think I believe that when you're in a relationship or if you're naturally a good person, some other person's actions to you shouldn't make you change who you are.
Exactly.
So if you've always been the type to give attention, to love, and to do whatever, don't let another person, whatever somebody has done to you, don't let it change who you are. Because that will be you not being you.
Exactly.
The fact
And
that
then you start pretending.
Yes, I've been in relationships where I was hurt, but I don't think it would take away from who I am. If I meet when somebody new comes into my life, I'll still be the same person who is willing to give it 150%. So please do not be less attentive just because somebody doesn't deserve it. It's not on them. It's not on you. It's on them. It's their fault. It's their loss. So don't, please.
I want to disagree. Can I say something?
Okay,
go ahead.
I want to say that it is part of growth to be able to, restrain some things. It is part of growth and it will help more, because that doesn't mean you are losing who you are, but that is part of growth and maturity, because giving too much, caring too much, you get exhausted. At some point things will go wrong, but if you let, like Benson was saying, you need to actually create some balance so that it helps.
It was Chris, yeah. But Viv, you're talking about giving. We're talking about not being who you are. Like assuming I like to hang out,
but
and my partner doesn't like it. So giving is different from giving love. Is different from like changing who you are.
Okay. Sorry, but even in giving, you understand. If you say, okay, I'm not going to give, there's everything it has to be healthy. Okay.
Yeah.
You can't give to the point of exhaustion. Now, there's something called giving from the overflow. My father used to say you can't give somebody a seat to sit when you're still standing. Okay. You can't. You can't exhaustively give yourself.
That is where I'm coming from, because there are perhaps a few of us who do give a seat.
Yeah, no, that is not healthy.
Yeah, so it's not.
All right, thank you guys. Let's go to commercial. Let's brag about our sponsors. Okay, Mama, take it away.
Welcome to 280 Degrees African Restaurant and Bar. Our well-trained and polite staff are at the ready to serve your favorite alcoholic beverages and cocktails. Music is supplied by the finest DJs in London, and security is tight but polite. Our opening times are Sundays to Thursdays, 1 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays, 1 p.m. to 3 a.m. We are centrally located at number 280 Kilburn High Street, London, NW6 2BY. For phone bookings and takeaway orders, please call 0207 328 8832. 280 Degrees, where the noble class hang out. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
All right, guys, welcome back to the show. Anderson Obot, can you unmute yourself? I want you to answer this question next. What could you and your partner work on to improve your relationship? Anderson, are you here?
Okay. Maybe network issues.
Yeah, because I see he wrote something. If I should have the chance to have her again, I would like to be around her all the time, take her to movies, do the things I didn't like.
Waps, you're mute. You're mute.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who muted me? All right. Former Mama, you muted me again. All right. Sorry. I was asking, Anderson, can you hear me? Can you unmute yourself?
Stop.
Okay. The question is, what could you and your partner work on to improve your relationship? The question goes to Oche. Oche, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So what could you and your partner work on to improve your relationship?
For starters, you know, I'm emotionally needy. And this one I follow come. So if I can work on not just looking for attention, but trying to give more attention, bearing in mind that the person I'm having dealings with is also a human being and has feelings. So I'd like to give more in that department.
Okay. All right, thank you. Tony Obaibona, can you unmute yourself? Tony, can you help us with this question? What could you and your partner work on to improve your relationship? We're talking about how to be a better partner. And welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Well, quite straight between the eyes is trying to give as much as you get in a positive sense, not just you know, people often say that and say, well, if you give me a headache, I'll give you back more, you know, no. But, you know, what would you like? Most of us would like to be pampered. I would like to, you know, sit back when I come in, somebody to give me a massage or something like that. Perhaps I can do the same as well. I can begin to be more romantic. I would want to.
So you're saying you're not currently romantic in your relationship?
I said more.
Are you confessing?
I said more.
With this kind of voice.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I said more romantic, you know.
Okay.
Men are not always as romantic as women. I must admit on behalf of men. But women are quite tender, and they like women often show their tenderness very, very, and most men like to show their strength and show that they are manly and show, but men are actually more feeble when it comes to deep down. And so I often would say it works both ways. You know, it's good that the woman also understands the man's emotional composition and sees how she can help show up the man and help strengthen the relationship. It's always a good thing. And finally, I would add, you know, just seeing how compatible you are. Areas where you are not compatible, try to make yourself more compatible. Identify those areas. It could be physically, mentally, it could be levels of intelligence, you know. You find many times you want to talk about, some men want to talk about one subject to the other, from one thing to the other, politics to one thing, and to, you know, different things, and engage, you know, the women. But sometimes the woman just wants to gossip, just wants to, did you hear XYZ? Did you hear that our neighbors have just XYZ? And that doesn't interest us, most men. But sometimes if you can just give ear, even if it's just to listen for a little bit, and then before you move on, and not just be that dismissive, you know. Being dismissive is like just saying, oh, by the way, thank you for that food, but that food was horrible, you know, to a woman. It's it just discourages. Let's try and encourage, trying to encourage and improve compatibility. And finally, part of areas of compatibility is bringing in the only third person who is allowed in a marriage. And that's God. You know, the God factor is a great bit to bring in. And once you bring in that bit and you are able to pray together, they say the family that prays together stays together. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Tony. Dimma, can you share your thoughts on this? What could you and your partner work on to improve your relationship?
Oh, I would say thank you. I would like to say that thank you. Talking about the future together with my partner, and again having a forgiving spirit. Sometimes you apologize when you feel that, or when you know that you have wronged someone. Apology goes a long way, especially we women like me. When you apologize to me that you you know you've done something wrong to me and you apologize. I love it a lot, and it goes a long way in a relationship.
And we don't get it a lot. Yeah, thank you for saying that.
It's very difficult to get.
Yeah,
and refrain from being judgmental sometimes.
Yeah,
you know, they judge a lot. Any little thing, they want to talk this, they want to talk that. They judge you for maybe any, you know. So I think I would prefer talking together how to move the family forward. Not I think that's it for me. Just
all right. Thank you. Tony said something about men are not really romantic, and King Gabriel said, please, I don't agree that men are not as romantic as women. And Ataibo said, I have met romantic men that put me to shame. Ataibo, can you shed some light on that? What shame did they put you to? My husband said I'm not romantic. I don't know why. I think I am.
I've met men that giving you breakfast in bed is not a problem. Doing your laundry, cooking for you, taking you out, telling you during the day, looking up with flowers, poems, even if the poems are not nice, they just make an attempt.
Oh, you like flowers?
They do it. Oh yeah, they do it constantly. They don't need any prompting. They don't want anything. They just do it because they like and they want to. And just makes me feel very loved and very wanted. Yeah, they're good.
Okay, that's good. Thank you. All right. If I'm a mama, did you answer this? What could you and your partner work on to improve your relationship?
The simplest one, communication.
Gotcha.
It's not simple.
The ability to talk.
Communication is not simple, especially when you're trying to communicate and you're being misunderstood. That's when you know that communication is not simple.
It's not simple. For me, I know it's not simple. Yeah, I know. That's why
let me rephrase. Effective communication.
Effective.
Which is not communication. Effective communication.
This one needs a sip. Okay, thank you.
What about you, IJ?
Mine is communication. The only problem I have is my marriage is communication. Yeah. My husband seems to think that I argue a lot. I think he doesn't listen to me. So we go like this all the time. It's like, you know, at times when he wants to talk, I say, I don't want to talk about this. He wants to talk about it, and vice versa. So we're two stubborn people. But my issue is communication, which is very vital and idle. So yeah. So mine is communication. Yeah. Simple.
Okay.
Anybody else have anything to say before we move on?
Okay.
All righty. The next
Can
question
I
is
say something?
Go ahead. Yeah, of course.
My name is Akudo. I wanted
hey,
to say
Sister Akudo, how are you? Welcome to the show.
How are you?
We love your show, by the way. We love your show on YouTube. By the way.
Thank you. Thank you. I wanted to say something about communication.
Go ahead.
Communication is the key, but there are so many things involved in that communication. The three major things for me is the words you use, number one. Number two is the tone of your voice. And number three is the volume of your voice. Because I can say something to you like, oh, my sister, that dress you're wearing, it looks real good on you, but I think this other one might look better. Yeah. Or I can say, my sister, you look fat in that dress. Change another one. You see, it is now the words I use. And then the tone. You can say the nicest thing in a high-pitched voice and it becomes negative. Yes. While you can say the worst things in a sweet voice and it becomes sweet. And then you talk about the volume. Some of us like to yell, while some of us like to lower our voices. So those are the three things you have to consider in communication. Then you now go to the next step, which is verbal and non-verbal communication. With verbal is the spoken words. What do you say? And then with non-verbal is your facial expression and your body language. Okay. Because you can be saying with your mouth something while your body language and your facial expression is saying something else.
I'm guilty.
So, my sister, this your dress is so fine. And I'm doing my face like that. Indirectly, I'm saying, I'm mocking you. So as much as communication is very important in marriage, I think is the key of every marriage, whether we are compatible, whether we want to settle down, whether we want the marriage to work, there must be communication. But we have to consider these three facts, and then we consider the two types of communication in that relationship. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It made sense. Yeah, thank you so much. All right. The next question is, what do you argue about the most, and how can you find a solution to that problem? If Mama, take it away. What do you argue about the most, and how can you find a solution to that problem?
Financial matters. Financial matters. Who pays for this? How do we pay for this? But that's it.
For me, it's not even telling me about anything at all. So it's the communication not even telling me anything about, like, you go out and do stuff, and I wouldn't know anything about it. So it bothers me. It bothers me. Oche, take it away.
So do you ask or do you argue?
I ask, and then argument ensues because I'm not supposed to ask. I'm supposed to just sit back and enjoy and take whatever. So it's a big issue for me. All right, for you, Oche, what do you argue about the most, and how can you find a solution to that problem?
I can't think of anything.
Okay, so let's go to the guys.
We argue.
All right, Chris Agocha, can you help us?
Yes, about everything. Yes.
So you argue about the time to have sex, time to eat, everything?
No, that one there is an understanding of that one. Yeah, but
there's a timetable.
There's a timetable for that?
No timetable. No, I don't do
because
timetable.
I can't function. I can't function with timetable.
No, it can be anywhere. It can be anytime. So that one is a given. But we'll argue about everything.
Yeah. So okay.
What solution?
How can you find a solution? How can you find a solution to that problem?
Mm-hmm.
So do you want to walk away? Do you want to walk away or just not?
There are things you can't walk away from. It's just saying yes, but it's not easy to do. When you have two people that are opinionated, it's tough.
Yes, it is.
But some things, you let go. Or you resort to doing things without consulting the other person. That's the way. But if I want to do things, just to do something in a committee, everything we do it together.
Yeah.
But if you find out that if you want to discuss, if you want to talk about things and it brings friction, you now start going solo. You travel, you do things. That's why sometimes married and being single.
All right, thank you. Yeah. All right, Chizo, with the new baby around, I know it's going to be tough. What do you argue about the most, and how can you find a solution to that problem?
Thank you very much for the question.
You're welcome.
I find out that what we tend to argue about the most is knowing the limits of what one person can do or the other. Okay. I'm very opinionated about what I want to do. And actually we've come to a consensus because he's more of an effective communicator than I am. So what we've come to an agreement is that there's some things that I don't need him to because he likes to know everything and I like to know everything. So what we tend to argue about is about little things. And to be honest, at the end of the argument, we'll find out that we're struggling to understand what the argument how the argument came about.
That's marriage.
And how the argument came about and what led to the argument. Yeah. And sometimes you just say, we're just being silly. That's the word we use. And that's but I tend to overdo things and I do not know my limits. Sometimes I don't know when to stop. That's my biggest, it's my, I have that. It's my strong point, but it's also my Achilles heel because actually I will only stop if I'm about to drop.
Me
and
too.
That's not good.
I got you.
And he would, in his way, try to compensate it. He would want to do more by, let's say, now that I'm on mat leave, you just say, you know what, leave everything about finances with me. I am going to take care of everything. But I know that is not meant to work that way. Personally, it doesn't work like that for me in my brain. My brain doesn't function in that regard because of the kind of person I am. Exactly. So we tend to argue about limits, people knowing their limits. When do you tell people, when you tell your partner or your husband or your wife where you've come to your limits? That is what we tend to argue about. So argument is it's kind of a layer.
I totally feel you.
Yeah. So that's the kind of thing we argue about.
Right. Thank you.
That's moved on from the regular nitty-gritty things about the things we used to argue. Before the lockdown, it was about who's taking the kids to school, what dates, and things like that.
Yes,
but never quite.
Are you serious?
Argument. It's tough this side of the world. Yeah. School runs and everything. Yeah. Because you're going late for work and everything. Yeah, go ahead.
I wanted what she said. When I got married newly, that was the problem. With the point of
the school runs.
Yes, that was raising our children was my main thing.
Yes.
Because in my family, it looked like my husband was the fun dad and mommy was the mean one.
It's always like that. Yeah.
I was the one that did the discipline. I was the one that said no video game, go sit.
Yes.
And once they run to daddy will say it's okay, let them go play. So
I'm sure 90% of us will share the same views with you. Yeah.
Exactly. So, but how I dealt with the solution part of it, I had to, sit with my husband one day. I said, do you know that it takes the two of us to raise these children? I don't want to be the mean mom, and I don't want you to be the fun dad.
Yes.
Let us work together. When I tell the children, no, they can't have ice cream, they can't come to you and you tell them, yes, they can have ice cream. Yes. What you're doing is you're undermining my authority.
That is one of my problems too. Exactly, undermining, yes.
Without you knowing it. So when they come to you, can you please ask them, what did mommy say? And if they tell you mommy said no, can you be my partner and say no? And that's how it took him a long time. I won't lie to you. It took him a long time to get it. But finally,
21 years, mine ain't got it. Mine ain't got it. 21 years. So good luck.
That's where we are.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Tony, can you shed some light on that question? Tony, what do you argue about the most and how can you find a solution to that problem?
Okay, early stages, I think, this is a funny one, it's a joking one, actually.
Tony, can we see what you look like, please, if you don't mind?
Oh, God.
Please. We like to see faces. God, that's better. Thank you.
This is the ugly face.
So you're very handsome, don't worry about it.
Let me put on some light then, if you want to see my face. Okay.
It's okay. We'll take you anyhow.
Basically, early days, I didn't think we argued about a lot of things because I kind of married a family friend. So we were already very close. We were friends. And so we didn't argue about a lot of things. But there was one thing I didn't think we argued. Let me put it this way. I didn't think we argued about a lot of things until one day my mom visited us and she said, "You two are fantastic. I've been in your home now. I don't hear you argue or quarrel or do anything until you get into the car." And I said, "What happens in the car?" He said, "Oh God, you're about to tear each other. It's like the tiger and the lion are fighting in the car." I didn't realize that. The reason was then there was no sat nav. And I used to hand her the map. And my wife never told me she couldn't read the map.
Tony, I'm sorry to bother you, but somebody said you're cute. Go ahead.
Oh, somebody said that. Just say, tell the person that her granddad is here, though.
Gee, I hope you heard that. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, thank you very much. Anyway, so I didn't realize she couldn't read the map. So I will hand her the map, and I said, "Give me the directions whilst I do the driving." And then she just says to me, "You just gone past it." And you can imagine my reaction. Just gone past where I should have turned, and then off we go, and we start arguing and fighting. My mom said, that is what I found out. She said, "I think people need to bind the demon inside the car because
you guys don't listen to the GPS. You guys don't listen to GPS. Men never listen to GPS."
But thank God the solution to that came with GPS. So I think
He argued with the
It was
GPS.
easy, and of course, natural navigation. So that was just a joke, but
Yeah.
there are some things that you find early in the state, early marriage. I've been privileged or lucky to be married now for more than 25 years.
Wow, congratulations.
You know, so, and thank you very much. So early parts, we had so many arguments about the toilet seat, about toothpaste. And so if you find those arguments, don't worry, it's part of marriage. It's part of.
So you're one of those people that press the toothpaste from the middle instead of from the
No, I
bottom.
like mine. I'm very precise. I like mine from the end, you know. I like it from the very end, you know. But one thing I can't do is that I never put down the toilet seat. And that was my problem. And but we quarreled about those things at the early stages, but that's all part of the fun. I look back now and I say, oh, how come we're not having those fights anymore? I want a bit of that to come back, because it was all part of the fun that made the marriage. So some of the things you think you worry about and quarrel about, believe me, you look back in future and you really wish some of those things could actually come back again. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, the last question goes to Ifeoma Mama. How does it make you feel when you argue with your partner?
I would say thank you for that question.
It drains you, right?
No, it doesn't drain me. If I think I'm in the winning side, that I've got my argument right, I feel great. I've made my point. So it makes me feel good.
Yeah.
So does that mean
and to be honest, most of the
argument drains me because I just like to be happy
majority
all the
time. Majority of the time I argue, I don't really mean it.
Yeah.
I could have walked away, but I thought, okay, let's just flex it.
Let's do it.
So I drop it as soon as I'm done with the argument.
So, Mama, does it mean that most times you win?
She thinks she wins. She thinks so. She
Yes.
might be an Igbo man. You never win an Igbo man.
If I may say,
Go ahead, Chris.
It's not necessarily about, for me, the best part of argument is the make-up sex. The sex after is always good. So
But Chris, not everybody. Some people, when they're angry, they don't even want to do anything. That's the funny thing.
Yeah.
Not everybody does the makeup sex thing.
No,
yeah,
but after that, you say, okay, I know you're stupid.
I do, but he doesn't.
Before you know it,
No, the thing is, it doesn't mean that he doesn't want to make up sex.
He doesn't.
It means that he wants everything to be, clear. So you need to trash it out, and then that is when the makeup, whatever, would be.
How can you trash
nice.
something with somebody who doesn't want to talk?
To be honest, Chris, I don't like makeup sex.
I do.
I think it's just nonsense. It's
the best thing. It's more like the best thing because with anger, you go in with anger.
Like Tony says, most of
you're a rough rider, so
yeah, like Tony said, most of the things that happens in marriage, sometimes, especially the arguments, you don't take it that serious. It's not a deal breaker. So you find a way to put a spin and work on doing
Things
better.
at the door.
But it's not necessarily, that everything you have to let hell loose. You agree to disagree to agree. And sometimes you find a way to carry on and grow from that. So that's but there's always the icing on the cake. You might not want it, but it's good.
Thank you. Doyin, are you there? Doyin. Okay, Ada, can you take it away for us? Ada, how does it make you feel when you argue with your partner?
Yes. Oh my God. Which of the others, me?
No, I called Doyin, but you were on mute, and then Ada is taking over.
Doyin is
Ada
talking. It's not Doyin, it's Doyin. Doyin.
Oh, Doyin, I'm sorry. Doyin, I'm sorry. Okay. So Ada is currently talking. After Ada, then you can go. So Ada, go ahead.
Oh gosh, you took me off guard there. You got me off guard. Okay.
Welcome to the show.
You forget that not every one of us here is married. I'm unmarried. I'm a single mother, but I've had relationships
of course
in the past, and I'll go from a past experience. Like I said, I'm not in a relationship currently, so I couldn't say what is obtainable.
Yeah, that's why it has to be a partner, not a bride.
That's why we said partner. Yeah, we don't use husband or wife. We say partner. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, I'm not calling it relationships, but my view is this. It's personal to everyone. Some people are not physically oriented in that way. They don't like, you'd be amazed that many women are not very much into sex. So makeup sex doesn't come across their mind, and men. For me, there's nothing wrong with it personally. There's nothing wrong with it if you're on the same page as your partner. So that's fine. If it works for you and it rocks your boat and you guys can make up that way, absolutely go for it. And besides, if you look at it from a healthy perspective, anger is not something when you have a disagreement or you're annoyed or you're angry, don't let it fester. It's very unhealthy. It's toxic. And when it festers, it slowly turns into bitterness and it builds up into other things. And spiritually, the Bible tells you, do not let the sun go down on your anger. So be it with your partner or anybody, find a way to resolve it. And this is, so there's so many angles to look at it, but if you're one of the touchy-feely types, yeah, fine, go for it. If it's not, find another avenue. It might be a meal. It might be a quiet moment, both of you watching movie and the kids are in bed very late into the night. Anything that can bring back the peace and, the oneness, absolutely go for it.
Yeah, thank you.
So that's
for me, the makeup sex makes it not to fester, but you know what I mean? When you don't have makeup sex, everybody, like you said, bitterness sits in and you want to, strangle them. All right, thank you.
So are you trying to say that you argue with the makeup sex in view?
Yeah, I do. I've always been like that, but it's, you know what I mean? Doyin, can you answer that for us?
Okay, for me, I tend to get very restless. As when I'm angry with my spouse, very restless. I can't sit in a place. I walk about the house or try and keep busy. But makeup, no. As in, you can't eat your cake and have it. No, not for me.
So when you're angry, you don't want anybody close to you?
At all.
I'll come and marry my husband. I'll come and marry my husband because he's like that.
No, the thing is, there are times when if you are angry, you want to be allowed to process it. You understand? So no, it's not like it's a light switch that you can put on and put off. So it depends on the gravity of the argument. It depends on what you guys argued about. If someone has done something that you actually feel that like he doesn't have any regard for you, I don't think you want to lie down with that person at that point in time.
My dear, even if you stab me and do makeup sex, I'm good to go. Kill my mama, makeup sex, I'm good to go. Okay, let's take the last answer from Kiru Mama. Kiru Mama, are you there? I'm telling you, yeah, if I with that everything is, I have dementia with everything. Mama, are you there? Yeah, can you
yes, I'm here.
How does it make you feel when you argue with your partner, babe?
That's a tough one. For me, it depends on what the argument is. I'm not the arguing type anyway, but if it does happen, because it does happen anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not the sex makeup. How do you say it? Makeup sex or sex makeup? Yeah. Which one comes first?
So you're like your big sister. Don't worry. I don't blame you because if I remain breast for you, she sucked off everything.
Yeah, I'm not the makeup sex type because I think I'll consider myself one of those people that don't really like it.
Yeah.
And I'm not a lesbian either, but nothing's wrong with that. So for me, I generally I forgive easily and I forget easily too. It's just in my nature. So I haven't really had any arguments that I'll find difficult to let go of. I don't even know what I do to get over it. I just, as long as I can see a bit of remorse from you, I just tune into something else or change topic or go about something else takes over. Just like for people who do makeup sex, once after the makeup sex, they get along. Anything can make me just forget. Maybe you
some
just
people eat.
asking me. So you just asking me a different question altogether. I've forgotten about what just happened. I'll just carry on like that. That's just me.
All right.
I don't know.
You.
Yeah,
All right,
then look at we have a different view. AJ, when you get your makeup sex, does it mean you're done with the fight?
I'm done. Nothing else to talk about.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay, fine. But look at what Ataibo said. She said, I can suspend the fight, chop, and continue the fight. Which
once
means
I feed my body, I'm good to go. Good to go. We'll talk about something else.
I think for men, sometimes, you know, in this battle and makeup and all that, I personally, my wife would want to throw words and kind of stuff like that to really wind me up at, you know, if she's angry at something. My response is always ignore that and raise a totally different subject. And then she's like, oh, I wanted to come back to XYZ. Why aren't you talking about this? I said, I thought we finished about that. And then because as far as she's concerned, then she knows that I have moved on. And once I've moved on from something, it's very difficult to bring me back to it. And
next time, Tony, if she's arguing, try kissing her and holding her back at the back and, you know, doing some more kissing. And then tell us next episode how it went.
By the way, we do all of that. And then, but she wants to have her way, you know, like most people want to have their way. You want to talk about.
But it depends on what is being discussed. There are things that you just can't sweep under the carpet.
Exactly.
Okay. Because
exactly, you can't just move on, Tony, because you want to move on.
But sometimes, you know, let's be
honest
about ourselves. Some of the things we argue about, there are non-issues, really. Let's face it.
Trust me.
Most of the things we argue about
you guys will level
non-issues.
together. Yeah.
But because it's not an issue to you, it doesn't mean it's a non-issue to her. You've got to clarify that bit.
Exactly.
No, Ada and Oche, after the sex, one person is going to calm down and listen. Trust me.
Not necessarily. You're just having the sex just to shut every. Okay, let my people go.
No.
That's all right.
One person will have to come back after the sex.
Coming back to the topic, man.
There's no way you have sex. There's no way you have sex and start arguing again. It's not possible.
Nah, you're gonna have to add something.
I wanted to add something.
Go ahead. After this, we're gonna close the show because we are past our time. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I agree with you. I mean, it's important to have that sex, but again, you know, at the end of the day, depending on what the issue is, you have to discuss it, because if you don't, it will just be under the rug. And the thing about sweeping things under the rug is once the rug heaps up, somebody will trip and fall. That's just the truth. So yes, but you can pick and choose your battle. Okay, let's fight. We can make up which is the best. Yes, we can do that and level and forget about it, depending on what it is. But again, you cannot negate the feeling or trivialize the feeling of your partner. You understand? Depending on how pissed they are about the issue. You can't just say, okay, sex is going to solve it.
That's what I said, that after sex, one person will calm down. It's normally like after sex, one person will calm down. You guys will talk. One person will, the compromise comes in after the sex. It's when you don't make up. That's when that bitterness, that sex makes you up. And when you don't do it, the bitterness.
Yes, that sex is like a leg.
Anyway, thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you everybody for joining us today. We are past our bedtime, and this will continue in season 2. We'll do another episode. Ifeoma, take it away.
Thank you very much. Thank you everyone for being a part of this show today. It's been very interesting. IJ, thank you for putting me on the spot. And
as always, you know I love you.
Thank you for everybody for being free, opening up and telling us, giving us ideas. From all we've said, communication is key in every relationship. We'll try and work on our relationships, communicate more, talk to our partners. And next week will be our season 1 finale, or the final session for the season 1. Please come out and talk to us next week, same time from 8 p.m., where we'll talk about how we're progressing forward, getting into our next season with so many exciting topics to go on about. We'll keep being part of our family. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you.
Mama, don't forget
doing the giveaway.
Mama,
giveaway.
IG tomorrow with Igbo class.
Auntie Chi, Oh yeah, I've got a program tomorrow. Oh my God, I'm gonna share it. Aja, please do share. Auntie Chi Igbo class, I've invited Oche Kitchen, and I'll be representing Oche Kitchen. Tomorrow we're gonna talk about, it affects all of us. It's talking about domestics and our children, how we're helping them, support them to grow like most of us did. We swept the house, washed the dishes, we did all sorts. So let's see what discussion would be about tomorrow. Join us on IG Live. Auntie Chi's Igbo class. Igbo class on Instagram. Please follow her so you'll be able to watch us live tomorrow. From 9 p.m. Nigerian time.
For next week.
No, it's 7 p.m. Sorry, the first line is 7 p.m. Nigerian time actually. So because it's that will be 2 p.m. your time and 1 p.m. my time because I'm in Houston, so I'm an hour behind you.
Yeah. So it's 2 p.m. my time. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yes, it's
7 p.m. Okay. So
No,
I'll share the link again. So please. Yeah, Oje, what did you want to say?
I said you're not talking about the giveaway for next week.
Yay! Can you check that, please? Thank you. Go on.
Okay. Like she mentioned, next episode is our season finale, and we have some packages to appreciate you guys for being with us. But it has to come as a prize. We're going to ask some questions concerning all that we have done in season 1, and if you are fortunate, you will win the prize, but it's something to look forward to. So I'm just using this opportunity to say, please come and be with us again next week.
Are there going to be prizes or just one prize?
Yeah,
it's money,
prizes.
cash prizes, but in Naira. In Naira.
Let me set my alarm now because it doesn't. I have Diamond Bank account. It doesn't matter. I'm here. I like money. In any currency, I like money.
You're disqualified already.
I like money. I like money in any currency.
Okay, so it's engaged next Saturday.
Thank you, guys. Love you all.
I'm never. When they come and start falling in love. Let's say what I don't hey! I'm in love. Are you in love? Mama, you don't make me fall in love. Fall in love. Fall in love. We still not married because you don't make me fall in love. You don't make me fall in love. Fall in love. My sweet potato, I wanna tell you my mind, oh. I know understand, though, cause I just see well, but they say love is blind, though. You see as you did, so you are the love of my life,
Thank you, everybody.
I cannot deny you. I wanna make you my wife, oh. See, I never thought that I'll find someone like you that would capture my heart, and there's nothing I can do. I used to brag to my friends that I'd always be a player, but since I set my eyes on you, mama, you don't make me fall in love. Fall in love. Fall in love. We still not married because you don't make me fall in love. Fall in love. Fall in love. Fall in love. My sugar banana, as I don't get you, I still make a hammer. Me and not the way to make you come follow me, make we go see my mama.
For better, for worse, so.
For better, for worse, so. We go there together in any kind of weather. See, I know the dope. Say, not true at the talk, My friends, they ask me, say, oh boy, what is the matter? Me, I tell them, say, you got a promise, I used to lie to myself that I always need love. But since I set my eyes on you, mama, you don't make me fall in love. You don't make me fall in love. Fall in love. We still not married because you don't make me fall in love.